I'm Dara Halpin, the founder of Sheela.ie, and you are very, very welcome to our YouTube channel at Sheela Women. Today's video is all about how you can build your pelvic floor connection. This is vital for improving your quality of life, so let's get stuck in. Your pelvic floor is probably the most underappreciated part of your body. Not only are these 14 muscles responsible for holding in and releasing wee and poo all day long, they have lots of other surprising and important functions in your body. Your pelvic floor is a fundamental part of your breathing mechanism. It's the foundation of your core group of muscles that hold you up. It protects your spine and your hips and forms part of our fight or flight stress response. It's essential for sexual function. It holds your pelvic organs like your bladder, bowel and uterus in place, and it allows a female body to give birth to a baby. This incredible part of your anatomy is a powerhouse that's involved in all these vital functions, mostly without us even thinking about them at all. But when things go wrong, it's definitely time to start paying a little bit more attention. Your pelvic floor will let you know it's not happy by showing symptoms like pain, especially pain during sex, or feelings of heaviness in the vagina, or incontinence, that's involuntary leaking of wee, wind or poo, or prolapse, that's when the pelvic organs start to bulge into the vagina or rectum. You may also notice changes around how you go to the toilet. Maybe you're constipated a bit more often, or you feel like you have to push out a wee. These symptoms are your pelvic floor's way of asking for help. Incontinence and prolapse are not natural parts of aging, and there are many, many ways to prevent and treat these issues. Pelvic floor squeezes or Kegel exercises are the first line treatment for these issues. They're commonly used because they have very few side effects and have a success rate between 30 and 90%, depending on which study you read. But there is a little bit of a problem. Kegels or pelvic floor squeezes can be difficult to do. 40% of women who received verbal instructions from medical professionals were unable to perform the squeezes sufficiently. And that's not the only problem. Arnold Kegel himself noticed that many patients stop doing their squeezes as they easily become discouraged. Isolated pelvic floor squeezes also need to be repeated daily for a number of weeks before you see any changes. Kegel recommended an incredible 500 squeezes every day. Let's just admit it. It is tricky to gain conscious control of a group of muscles which usually work without us even thinking about them, and which we can't really see. But given that these particular muscles are so vital to so many of our basic functions, not engaging with them is just not an option. 50% of women will experience pelvic organ prolapse, and up to 80% will experience urinary incontinence at some point in their lives. These conditions mean that women are less confident, less independent, they exercise less, they have a lower quality of life, and they're more likely to end their days in care. But for many people, these issues are avoidable. So what do we do about it? At Sheela, we believe that everyone should have access to the knowledge and tools they need to prevent, treat, and manage these issues at every stage of their lives. The gold standard is an individual assessment with a pelvic floor specialist who can give you a personalized treatment plan and teach you how to squeeze and release your pelvic floor muscles. But there are loads of reasons why this might not be an option for you. If you can't access a private women's health physiotherapist or pelvic floor physiotherapist, we still want you to be able to access pelvic floor healthcare. We've created something cost-effective that will give you a great mind-body connection, so you can find and isolate your pelvic floor muscles, learn how squeezing them feels in your unique body, and get some inspiration to figure out a pelvic floor exercise routine that might work for you. We've created a short online course called the Pelvic Floor Connection. In this course, you learn how to connect to your pelvic floor and get rid of that "am I doing it right" feeling once and for all. You'll learn where your pelvic floor is and what it does. You'll learn how to squeeze and release these muscles, and only these muscles, and how to integrate these squeezes into more global movements like exercise or when you're moving around. This is the skill that is going to help you prevent and treat incontinence and prolapse. It's a 3-module course that you can complete in 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months, depending on your own unique needs. In the first module, you'll explore how your pelvic floor muscles coordinate with your breathing and how you can harness this relationship to execute more effective pelvic floor squeezes. In the second module, you'll learn the difference between conscious and unconscious muscle control and how to harness the power of your brain to activate different parts of your pelvic floor. In the third and final module, you'll learn how exercise works and what that means if you want to improve pelvic floor function. Finally, you'll get a 12-minute daily full body exercise routine which will improve tone and flexibility in your pelvic floor as well as your core, hips, back and glutes. You can use this routine anytime you feel your pelvic floor is in need of a little bit of a tune-up or a bit more attention. And you'll also get a downloadable planner to help you stay on track during the course and achieve your goals. We've designed this course with lots of different approaches to improving your connection to your pelvic floor, so even if you've struggled with pelvic floor squeezes before, you're going to find success with a different approach. It's packed with practical exercises that will progressively build your mind-body connection, so even if you've felt nothing or been unsure if you're doing it right before, you'll be confident in your pelvic floor connection by the end of the course. We're launching this course to coincide with International Women's Day on the 8th of March. There is a massive gender gap in health. Women's health issues are notoriously underfunded and under-researched. And we think this is a scandal, particularly when it comes to pelvic floor issues which affect most women. Women are expected to just put up with it, even if these conditions are debilitating and have a huge impact on your quality of life. We believe pelvic floor health education is something that should be taught from a young age, particularly to women. The Pelvic Floor Connection is our way of making a positive contribution here. We want as many women as possible to take this course and overcome one of the most common hurdles to lifelong pelvic floor care. That's why we're keeping the price really low and making it available all year round. If you'd like to know more, click on the link below this video. But remember, no matter your age or your circumstances, it is always possible to improve your pelvic floor health, and that could make a huge difference to your quality of life. Thanks for watching.